While I was on my break from YouTube a few weeks ago, I got sick for the first time in years. Okay, I've gotten little colds or things like that that passed through in one day. No, this was different, bro. I don't know what the hell I got. To this day, I still don't know what I had, bro. I don't know if I had the flu. I don't know if I had COVID. I don't know what it was, bro. But I was pretty much bedridden in my apartment. And as I was laying there, wallowing in my own misery, I had an epiphany. Nobody's coming to save me. Nobody is coming to save me, bro. I could die in this apartment and nobody would know until it was too late. Okay, there's nobody coming to save me from myself. Okay, now obviously I didn't ask to get sick. It just happened. Sometimes things happen to you. We've all been through shit, bro. We have all been through trying times. We've all been through difficulties, through pain, heartbreak, loss. We've all experienced that. But at the end of the day, you are the one who determines the quality of your life. I think a big problem for a lot of people, I think something that really keeps people from fulfilling their potential is that they're expecting somebody, whether it be a YouTuber like me, whether it be a potential romantic partner, a friend, parents, anybody. They expect somebody to come in and save them from themselves. But nobody can save you from yourself, bro. I can help you. I can help you save yourself. That's what I've pretty much dedicated my life to doing at this point through my writing and through YouTube, and maybe in the future other mediums as well. But ultimately, it's on you. It's on you, bro. And I don't like to be this Darwinist, capitalist, harsh truth type of person, man. Sometimes I like to promote compassion, but you also have to be real with yourself. And when I say real, that doesn't mean being realistic. Okay, I think that positive self-talk is important, but at the same time, you have to take inventory of yourself. You have to take inventory of whether or not you are meeting the standards that you've set for yourself. Something that I've learned pretty recently with my recent relapse on NoFap, as well as other things which I'll touch on in a second, is that you have to keep promises to yourself if you want to have a positive self-perception. Okay, you have to be willing to keep promises to yourself. You have to be willing to set boundaries with yourself and honor those boundaries with yourself. That is literally all discipline is. When I talk about being disciplined isn't about hating your life or doing things just for the sake of accomplishing an end goal. Being disciplined is expressing your love for yourself. You are expressing that deeply rooted love for who you are, for the essence of your being, with the understanding that your potential is infinite, but only you can reach that potential. I can't reach your potential for you. I can only reach my potential. And me filming this video is helping me do that. Okay, me expressing this aspect of myself is helping me do that. You have to take accountability for your own life, bro. It's kind of ironic that I'm sitting in the car as I'm saying this, because my down bad moment in my life was when I was 20 years old. My 20th birthday, actually. I was down atrocious, man. I sat there in the car and I just, like I said, when I was sick recently, wallowed in my own misery. How is it possible that I can't find love? I'm broke. Everything just seems to be going against me. The world responds to you based on how you respond to yourself. The world simply reflects your relationship with yourself back to you. It's that simple. So if you have shitty discipline, you're going to see the results of that. You are going to be the one to deal with the ramifications of that. Okay, so me being in that position, me being broke, for example, having $621.32 to my name as of March 9th, 2020, despite having just worked for almost a year at a job that had paid me at that point the highest amount of money that I had ever made, that was the result of me having shitty financial discipline, of me spending my money as if there were no tomorrow. Okay, and while I do advocate for living in the moment, I also think it's important to, like I said, take self-inventory and ask yourself why. Why am I doing the things that I'm doing? Why is the single most impactful, important question that you will ever ask yourself, provided that you give yourself an honest answer. You have to be willing to ask yourself, why? Why do I have an inferiority complex? Why do I struggle to find love? Why am I broke? Why is it that every time I get my paycheck, 2 weeks later, it's just gone and I don't know where it went? Why? Why do I feel the need to impress other people with things that I wear? Why? Okay, you got to start asking yourself those questions, man. If you want to get to that next level in life, which if you're watching this video, you sure as hell do, bro. You're going to have to start asking yourself that question. Why? Why is the basis of all self-analysis. And self-analysis is the basis of all accountability. Accountability is the basis for change, for transformation rather. Okay, you're watching my channel because I teach you how to level up in life. But it starts with leveling up in here. Okay, you could go do all the repetitions at the gym that you want, build your dream body, get the dream girl, get rich even. Doesn't matter. You still haven't leveled up internally. You still haven't done the shadow work to figure out why you're so miserable. One thing that I realized, bro, is that money can only solve the problems that it creates. It can only solve the problems that it creates, bro. So if you're expecting money to come in and fix your insecurities, and money was never the source of your insecurities, bro, you're in for a rude awakening, man. I'm here to tell you, bro, you are in for a rude awakening. I experienced that shit myself. Okay, and some people, you're going to have to experience it for yourself. Or you can take my advice. You could heed my advice from my experience and from my observations of other people's experiences. And you can save yourself some time. Okay, and do the shadow work right now while you're in this position, instead of having to take breaks from your success, having to kill all of your momentum in order to do what you should have done in the first place. Now, I'm very grateful for my journey, man. I'm grateful that I've experienced these things for myself because I feel like it gives me a sense of understanding. I know how people feel when they initiate that shadow work process, especially if they're not coming from a spiritual place, if they don't have an understanding of divinity. Okay, now this isn't a conversation of religion. This is a conversation of knowing that your power goes beyond the flesh. Okay, you are not just your body. You are not just your body. And I think that any creative knows that. Any athlete knows that. When you get into that flow state, you become a vessel. Now, what you become a vessel for, who you become a vessel for, that's up for you to decide. Okay, but faith is very, very important in the pursuit of greatness. You have to have faith. You have to be able to walk by faith and not by sight. But at the same time, you have to be willing to take accountability yourself. Okay, it goes both ways. Nobody is coming to save you. The universe, God, whatever it is that you believe in, will help you. I will help you. Other self-development YouTubers will help you. Your older brother or sister will help you. Your friends will help you. But nobody can save you. Nobody can save you except for yourself. Because even if they save you, you'll just find yourself in that same position again. You'll find yourself in that same exact position again. Now, back to my story about being sick. Okay, like I said, I didn't ask to be sick, but that was the position that I found myself in. I was laying there wallowing in my own misery. My apartment was a complete mess. Empty bottles all over the place, Gatorade bottles, half-eaten bowls of cereal, empty bags of vegan cheese puffs, just all types of random shit laying around my apartment, bro. And I just remember laying there thinking, man, this shit sucks, bro. This shit really sucks. I couldn't go to the gym, okay? Aside from the fact that I was sick, my back was messed up. I tweaked my back. So like I said, bedridden. Okay, no type of running, no type of lifting, nothing. No calisthenics, nothing. Couldn't even do my stretches or my physical therapy exercises. Head banging, bro. Worst headache that I had had in months. And it was just persistent day after day after day. Couldn't take cold showers, so I felt like I was falling off in that aspect. I basically fell all the way off of the self-improvement wagon. But that helped me really put things into perspective in terms of accountability. Okay, I feel like the last year or so, I got so accustomed to doing self-improvement that I was on autopilot. Everything was autonomous. Whereas this forced me to reinitiate that process manually and take accountability. Because when I'm laying up in that apartment and I'm sick and I don't feel like cleaning up my apartment's going to stay dirty. It's going to stay dirty. And in the same way, if you sit there and wallow in your negative belief systems and you don't feel like taking self-inventory to fix them, to transcend them, to seek out therapy, or to even journal, to take the time every day, 15 minutes out of your day, to write down how you feel and start going down that rabbit hole. Ask yourself, why do I feel this way? And just start digging into that childhood trauma that's so deeply embedded within you. You're going to stay exactly where you are mentally. Your outer environment might change. You could hit the lottery tomorrow. You might strike love tomorrow, today even. But you'll still be miserable. You'll still be miserable. And eventually, you'll lose that thing. And what will you be left with? You'll be left with your own negative belief systems. And guess what you're going to try to do then? You're going to try to push that shit onto other people. Okay, you're going to try to put that on other people to bring them down to where you are. To make them miserable. Misery loves company. We all just want to feel understood. And yet we don't take the time to understand ourselves. Think about that. Do you really know yourself? You probably don't. If you're 18, 19 watching this, of course you don't. Because self-discovery is a lifelong process. You'll never truly know yourself. But what you do need to know is that potential that lies within you, that vision that lies within you, that is the truest expression of the real you. That is the truest expression of who you actually are. Now back to my story. Ultimately, I did end up mustering up the strength to get the fuck up and clean my apartment. And ironically, as soon as I did that, I started to feel better physically. My sickness, my symptoms began to subside. Because I cleaned my apartment. I took control. I took accountability. I stopped sitting there feeling sorry for myself, perpetuating the mindset that was probably making my illness much worse than it actually was. I didn't even have a fever. I went out and bought a thermometer. I didn't even have a fever, bro. But me getting in my head about what was going on, about my situation, me ruminating on all of the negative aspects of my life, perpetuated them and reinforced the experience of the negative situations in my life. There will always be something good going for you and something bad going for you. It's on you to choose what you're going to focus on.